Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to start early development in sea urchins, or the early stages of embryonic development in sea urchin. The first step of the development is known as cleavage. So in case of the sea urchin, the type of the cleavage is known as radial holoblastic cleavage. Sea urchin exhibits or show the type of cleavage which is known as radial holoblastic cleavage. In such kind of cleavage divisions, the first and second cleavage are both meridional and are perpendicular to each other. As you can see here, that the first and the second both type of the cleavage are perpendicular to each other. And the cleavage flows pass through the animal and the vegetal poles. And the third cleavage is equatorial. So as you can see here, that the cleavage flow passes from the animal pole to the vegetal pole. And the third cleavage is equatorial, okay, are in horizontal in plane. So this type of cleavage divisions eventually forms in a result of the first three cell divisions of the cleavage division, 8 cells are formed. So the third cleavage plane separates the animal and the vegetal hemisphere from one another. Okay, so as the third cleavage plane है या जो third cleavage है division है वो क्योंकि हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लान में होती है, इक्वेटोरियल प्लान में होती है, सो ये जो है वो डिवाइड कर देती है एनिमल हाफ को वेजिटल हाफ से, या सेपरेट कर देती है एनिमल हाफ को वेजिटल हाफ को. सो fourth cleavage is however very different from the first three type of cleavage divisions. Fourth cell of the animal tire divide meridionally into 8 blastomeres and each with the same volume, and these are called as mesomeres. So जो fourth type of the cleavage division है उसमें जो animal half के cells होते हैं they divide vertically are called known as the meridional kind of cleavage division. ठीक है, so fourth cell division जो है वो different होती है as compared to the first three cell divisions. In fourth cell division or in fourth cleavage, cells of the animal tire or the animal hemisphere divide meridionally into 8 blastomeres, each with the same volume. Okay, and such cells of the animal hemisphere, those divide meridionally, are known as mesomeres. So the cells of the vegetal tire or the vegetal hemisphere during the fourth cleavage undergoes an unequal equatorial cleavage or the unequal horizontal division or horizontal cleavage. Okay, and so in result of an unequal equatorial cleavage produces two types of cells. One are known as macromeres and other are known as micromeres. So they are named as macromeres and micromeres. So in result of the fourth cleavage division, animal half forms or produces cells which are known as mesomeres, and such cells are formed by meridional division. And in fourth cleavage divisions at the vegetal half, the vegetal half of the cells divide equatorially, and such equatorial division is actually unequal equatorial division. So unequal equatorial, in result of the unequal equatorial divisions, two type of cells are formed. One are known as above lying cells are known as macromeres as they are larger in size, and the below lying cells which are smaller in size are known as micromeres. As the 16 cell embryo cleaves, the 8 mesomeres divide to produce two animal tires as the AN1 or the AN2. So, and one staggered above the other. So, जब 16 cell stage आती है, so at that time result of the cleavage, then जो animal half है वो in resulting divides meridionally, and then it produces the two layers of the cells. One is known as the AN1 and the second is known as AN2. So the macromeres divide, now the macromeres divide meridionally and forming a tire of 8 cells below AN2. Okay? So at 16 cell stage, the mesomeres divide equatorially and produces two layers AN1 and AN2. At the same time, the macromeres which are lying just below the AN2 layer, such macromeres also divide meridionally or also divides vertically, and then forming a tire of 8 cells below AN2. The next is the micromeres. The micromeres also divide, producing a small cluster beneath the large tire. Then at that time, the micromeres also divide and producing a small cluster beneath the large macromeres. So at sixth division, the animal hemisphere cell divide meridionally, while the varicose cells divide equatorially. So sixth जो डिवीजन होगी, क्लीवेज डिवीजन होगी, उसमें क्या होता है? So फिफ्थ की हमने बात कर ली कि फिफ्थ क्लीवेज डिवीजन जो है उसमें जो एनिमल हाफ है वो इक्वेटोरियली डिवाइड करता है, देन AN1 एंड AN2 लेयर्स जो है वो फॉर्म करता है. ठीक है, एज यू कैन सी हियर इन दिस फिगर एट फिफ्थ क्लीवेज डिवीजन that the animal half cells of the animal half divide meridionally, animal half or the animal layer of this animal hemisphere divides not meridionally, that divides equatorially. So in result of the equatorial division, it produces the two layers. One is known as the AN1 and the second is known as AN2. At the same time, the below lying cells also divides as the macromeres divide divide equatorially. ठीक है, and in result of the equatorial divisions, they again produces two cluster of cells. So जो sixth division है at the animal hemisphere that divides meridionally. तो animal hemisphere जो है वो sixth जो cell division है उसके result में meridionally divide करेंगे, while जो varital hemisphere हैं they divide equatorially. As you can see here, that the cells of the varital hemisphere at the sixth cleavage division divide equatorially. So ये horizontal plane में divide करेंगे, ठीक है, and then they form the layer which are known as VEG1 and the VEG2 layers. So the pattern in case of the seventh cleavage division is reversed to the sixth cleavage division. So seventh जो cleavage division है उसमें क्या होगा कि animal hemisphere जो है, cells of the animal hemisphere divide equatorially, while the cells of the varital hemispheres divide meridionally. So ये एक दूसरे के reverse हैं दोनों, sixth और seventh cleavage division है. So in case of the sea urchin, the first 7 divisions are known as the stereotypic divisions. So what is meant by the stereotypic division? Stereotypic division, actually the members of all members of the same species have the same type of the cell divisions or the same pattern of the division. So such type of divisions are known as a stereotypic division. क्योंकि एक species के जितने भी members होंगे उन सब में जो first 7 divisions हैं वो एक ही pattern की होती हैं, the same pattern होगा, जैसे हमने CHN में यहाँ पे discuss कर लिया. So such type of divisions are known as the stereotype divisions. So in case of the sea urchin, the first 7 divisions are known as stereotypic divisions. Later on जो pattern है वो irregular हो जाता है, ठीक है, that is not the stereotypic divisions. So next to the cleavage is the formation of blastula. So in result of the early cleavage divisions, then another stage of the embryo is formed, which is known as blastula. So blastula stage of the sea urchin development begins at the 120 cell stage. So blastula stage जो है वो form होती है when the embryo is at 120 cell stage. Here the cells form a hollow sphere surrounding a central cavity or a blastocele. So blastula stage is marked by the presence of a cavity within an embryo and is known as blastocele. So जब blastocele appear हो जाती है embryo में, then the stage is known as a blastula. So every cell is in contact with the proteinaceous fluid of the blastocele on the inside and with the hyaline layer on the outside. So the cells, those are present at the peripheral region of the blastocele, which are also known as the blastodermal cells. So every cell in the blastoderm is in contact with the proteinaceous fluid of the blastocele at the inner side, and at the outside these cells are connected to in contact with the hyaline layer on the outside. Such hyaline layer, this hyaline layer is actually formed in result of the exocytosis of the cortical granules. At this time, the tight junctions unite the once loosely connected blastomeres into an epithelial sheet that completely encircle the blastocele. So at that time क्या होता है, जो cells peripheral side के ऊपर present होते हैं, which are loosely connected earlier, now these cells are formed in the form of an epithelial sheath. Their cells are arranged in the form of closely united epithelial sheet. ठीक है, and such epithelial sheet of cells encircle the blastocele or a hollow cavity within an embryo. As the cells continue to divide, the blastula remains one cell layer thick and thinning out as it expands. So blastula layer जो है, जो blastula stage है CHN में, that remains one cell thick, and this one cell thickness is accomplished by the adhesion of the blastomeres to the hyaline layer and by the influx of the water that expands the blastocele. सो दो इम्पोर्टेंट एजेंट्स हैं जो कि मेंटेन रखते हैं वन सेल थिकनिंग को. The one is
जो
actually
गम कर दिया ना
the one is the adhesion of the blastomeres. Students, kindly switch off your microphones. So the two important factors that actually maintains the one cell thickening of the blastula at blastula stage. So one is the adhesion of the blastomeres to the hyaline layer, and the second is the influx or the incorporation of the water molecules within the blastocele. So rapid and the invariant cell cleavage loss through the 9th or the 10th cell division depending upon the species. So the rapid cell division or the rapid cleavage division loss through the 9th or the 10th cell division, and it depends upon the type of species. After that time, there is a mid-blastula transition. And what happened during the mid-blastula transition? Number one is the synchronicity of the cell division ends or loss of the synchronous cell divisions. ठीक है, synchronicity of the cell division क्या है? Basically cells जो होते हैं वो same time पे divide करते हैं, ठीक है, and they have a same pattern of division. So such kind of activities are known as the synchronicity of the cell divisions. ठीक है, so ये जो features हैं ये lost हो जाते हैं at the end of the early divisions. ठीक है, and then the new genes become expressed. And another feature of the mid-blastula transition is the expression of the new genes, and also another feature of the mid-blastula transition is that the non-dividing cells develop cilia on their outer surfaces. ठीक है, so जब mid-blastula transition stage आती है, so at that time cell lost their synchronicity of the cell division, and then the expression of the new genes, and then uh, the non-dividing cells develop cilia on their outer surfaces. So then the ciliated blastula begins to rotate within the fertilization envelope, and soon after that the differences are seen in the cells. So when the cilia are appeared on the surface of the cells, then the cells begins to rotate within the fertilization envelope with the help of such locomotory organelles, and the cells at the vegetal pole of the blastula begins to thicken and forming the vegetal braid. Then after that, at the end of the blastula stage, the cells those are present at the vegetal pole, they begin to thicken and they form a vegetal plate. So क्या होता है कि at the end of the blastula stage जो vegetal pole के cells हैं वो thick होना start हो जाते हैं. So they form a plate-like structure, and this plate-like structure is known as thickened plate-like structure is known as vegetal plate. The cells of the animal half synthesize and secrete a hatching enzyme, and this hatching enzyme actually digests the fertilization. Later on क्या होता है कि जो animal half के cells हैं वो synthesize करते हैं, एक secrete करते हैं एक enzyme जो कि hatching enzyme है. ये hatching enzyme fertilization envelope को digest कर देता है, ठीक है, and then embryo is now a free swimming hatched blastula. ठीक है, then embryo is now becomes a free swimming hatched blastula. Next is about the fate maps and the determination of the CHN blastomeres. So fate maps are actually found by fate maps of the CHN embryo was designed or created by observing each of the cell layers and what its descendants became. So cells को cell layers को observe करने के बाद या उनके descendants को, then a special diagram is designed, ठीक है, are developed which is known as a fate map. ठीक है, but more recent investigations have refined these maps by following the fates of the individual cells injected with the fluorescent dyes. But nowadays, the fate maps are designed by using the fluorescent dyes or the radioactive labelings. ठीक है, radioactive agents or the radioactive labelings and the fluorescent dyes are used to develop the fate maps. So the studies have shown that by the 60 cell stage, most of the embryonic cell fates are specified. So cell fates क्या है कि इन फ्यूचर में ये सेल्स जो हैं वो कौन से स्ट्रक्चर्स जो हैं वो फॉर्म करेंगे, या ये सेल जो है ये एक्टोडर्मल स्ट्रक्चर्स फॉर्म करेंगे, मेसोडर्मल स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म करेंगे, या फिर एंडोडर्मल स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म करेंगे. ठीक है, सो at 60 cell state, most of the embryonic cell fates are specified. So as you can see here in the figure, this figure is actually a fate map of the CHN zygote, fate map diagram of the CHN zygote. So as you can see here in this figure, a fat map of CHN zygote, that the different regions of the zygote are actually identified into future different structure, as such as the animal half or the animal pole region is marked by the ectodermal structure in future. So this means that region of the animal pole in future uh, develops into the ectoderm. Okay, and then the vegetal pole are the structures, those are the regions that are present in the vegetal pole that in future form the endoderm or the mesoderm, or the structure which are developed by the endodermal layer or the mesodermal layer. So the animal half of the embryo consistently give rise to the ectoderm and the larval skin and its neuron. So animal half जो है that actually forms the ectodermal layer, ठीक है, in future, and the ectodermal layer in resulting develop the two structures. One is known as the larval skin, and second is the neurons or the nervous structures, the neuronal structures, ठीक. सो जो ectoderm animal half है या जो animal pole के cells होते हैं, ये in future two types of structures form करते हैं ectodermal structure. One are known as the integumentary structures, or also known as the larval skin. Second are known as the neuronal structures. So as you can see here in this figure, the above region which is known as animal pole. So animal pole, as the animal pole at the 16th cell stage, the animal pole is separated, or it's divides into two layers, as one is known as the AN1 and second is known as the AN2. ठीक है, so ये जो AN1 and AN2 layers हैं, that future give rise to third layer give rise to the two structures. One is known as the larval skin and second is known as the neuron. So in other words, you can say that the AN1 and the AN2 layers in future such layers forms the ectodermal structures, or the AN1 or the AN2 layers give rise to the ectodermal structures. The next is just below the AN1 and the just below the AN2 layers is known as the VG1 layer. As you can see here in the figure, such layer is known as the VG1 layer. Okay, so VG1 layer gives rise to the cells that can populate. So VG1 layer produces the cells that can enter into the ectodermal or the endodermal organs. So जो vegetal one layer है, the VG1 layer है, ये in future जो है, ये cells जो हैं, ये might be form the ectodermal structure, or maybe developed into the endodermal organs, or maybe formed or their progeny form the endodermal organs. ठीक है, जब ये VG1 layers के cells in future divide करेंगे, तो इनमें से कुछ सेल्स जो हैं वो ectodermal structure फॉर्म कर सकते हैं, और कुछ जो हैं वो endodermal structure फॉर्म करेंगे. So the VG2 layer that is lying just below the VG1 layer, such a layer give rise to the cells that can populate the three different structures. So VG2 layers जो है, इसके cells जो हैं वो in future में, the progeny of the VG2 layer in future populate the three different structure. One is known as the endoderm, ठीक है, and the second is known as the coelom, and the third is known as the secondary mesenchyme. So secondary mesenchyme is also known as the non-skeletogenic mesenchyme. ठीक है, non-skeletogenic mesenchyme जो है उसमें pigmented cells हैं, immunocytes हैं, and muscle cells हैं. So non-skeletogenic mesenchyme or the secondary mesenchyme includes the pigment cells or the immunocytes or the muscle cells. So VG2 layers give rise to the three different type of structures. One are known as the endoderm, second are the coelom, which is known as a body cavity, and then third is known as the secondary mesenchyme or the non-skeletogenic mesenchyme. The next are below lying the VG2 layer, or known as the first tier of the micromeres. First tier of the micromeres are also known as the large micromeres. So the first tier of the micromere are also known as the large micromeres. Large micromere produces the primary mesenchyme cells that form the larval skeleton. So in future, that the cells those are present in large micromeres are the first tier of the micromeres. Those are also known as the large micromeres. So large micromeres in future produces the primary mesenchyme cells. So the primary mesenchyme cells are also known as the skeletogenic mesenchyme cells. So what are the primary mesenchyme cells? Primary mesenchyme cells actually form the larval skeleton. while the second tier of the micromeres contributes to the coelom. Okay? So as you can see here that the micromere are of two types. One are known as the large micromere. So first tier of the micromeres are known as the large micromeres, and the layer of the micromeres, those are located just below the large micromeres, are known as small micromeres. So large micromeres produces the primary mesenchyme. In future are the known as skeletogenic mesenchyme, and the cells of the small micromeres contributes to the coelom. So next is another important event during the development, early development, is known as the axis formation. So as the various kind of the axes are formed as the anterior posterior axis, or the dorsoventral axis, or the lateral axis. So in the CHN blastula, the cell fates line up along the animal varietal axis established in the excitoplasm prior to the fertilization. So the anterior posterior axis is actually established before fertilization in case of the CHN. So the animal varietal axis also appears to the structures in future which are known as the anterior posterior axis. So ये जो anterior posterior axis है, that is actually the animal varietal axis, ठीक है, are the animal varietal poles. So as in case of the CHN, the animal varietal poles are established before fertilization. So uh, in case of the CHN, the animal varietal जो pole है या the animal varietal axis है, that is actually the animal varietal axis appears to the structure which are in future also known as the anterior posterior axis. So जो animal varietal axis है, future में यही axis जो है वो anterior posterior axis जो है वो के अंदर develop हो जाता है. So जो cells जो हैं वो animal varietal axis पे line up हुए होते हैं, those cells in future form the anterior posterior axis. ठीक है? So with the varietal region containing the maternal components which are necessary for the posterior development. So जो पोस्टीरियर एक्सेस है या जो वेरिटल एक्सेस है या जो वेरिटल पोल है, उसमें कुछ ऐसे कंपोनेंट्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, कुछ ऐसे डिटर्मिनेंट्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, एंड सच डिटर्मिनेंट्स आर नेसेसरी फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द पोस्टीरियर एक्सेस. So when if the varietal half develops into the posterior axis, so the animal half eventually forms the anterior axis of the embryo. In most CHN, the dorsal ventral and the left right axis are specified after fertilization. So CHN के केस में या फिर कुछ दूसरे organisms के केस में क्या होता है कि जो dorsal ventral axis हैं या जो left right axis हैं, they are specified after the fertilization, but the anterior posterior axis are actually specified before the fertilization or prior to the fertilization. So how such axes are specified, or how cells are fates are specified into the ectodermal cells or the skeletogenic mesenchyme or the non-skeletogenic mesenchyme. So the embryo or the cell of the embryo or the early cells which are formed in the result of the early cleavage division, they must bear certain kind of the determinant molecules. Okay, and such determinant molecules are also known as the patterning molecules, are also known as determining molecules, cell fate determining molecules. Such fate determining molecules are a special kind of the proteins. So such molecules are distributed in result of cleavage division into different cells. So जिस cell के अंदर ये जब asymmetric distribution होती है, जब cells divide करते हैं, so cleavage division के result में, so जिस cell के अंदर ये determinant molecules appear होते हैं, ये उस cell को जो है वो उस सेल की जो फॉर्मेशन है या उस सेल की जो डेवलपमेंट है उसको क्या करते हैं, रेगुलेट करते हैं. या फिर सच टाइप ऑफ द डिटर्मिनेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स जो हैं ये अक्रॉस द सेल्स या फिर नेबरिंग सेल्स को जो है वो नेबरिंग सेल्स में को ट्रांसफर होते हैं टू द मैकेनिज्म व्हिच इज नोन एज द सेल सिग्नलिंग. सो सेल सिग्नलिंग के मैकेनिज्म के थ्रू ये जो सेल ये जो पैटर्निंग मॉलिक्यूल या जो डिटर्मिनेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं, ये डिफरेंट जो एडजेसेंट सेल्स होते हैं या जो नेबरिंग सेल्स होते हैं उनको ट्रांसफर होते हैं. सो नेबरिंग सेल्स जो है वो फिर जब ये रिसीव करते हैं डिटर्मिनेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स को, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो सेल्स स्पेसिफाई होते हैं टू अ पर्टिकुलर टाइप ऑफ सेल. जैसे कि वो अगर स्केलेटोजेनिक मेसेंकाइम के अंदर डेवलप हो, स्केलेटन फॉर्म करेंगे, या वो मसल सेल के अंदर डेवलप होंगे, या फिर मे बी सच एज अ डेवलप इनटू एपिथेलियल सेल्स.